everyone, welcome back to The Current, the quick response news program from Jockey Club TE College,
where we report on the latest issues, events, and culture. I'm Larry.
And I'm Charlene. Well, it's finally happening.
What's that?
The weather has changed and it's starting to cool down. Hot and humid days have come to an end.
Yay! You know what else that means?
Winter school uniform.
Yes, that too, but it also means fire season.
Go, 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 go.
But we have fires all throughout the year.
Of course, in the city, apartments, and buildings, sure. And we had a lot of these lately. We had that big fire of the electric power line a couple of months ago, which caused a total blackout in Yuen Long. A fire in an office building in Causeway Bay that required the whole building to be evacuated. A terrible apartment fire in Mongkok. Actress British Lynn's mansion was on fire too, and more.
And there have been huge fires all around the world in the past couple years. We all especially remember the fires that swept across Australia a couple years ago, devastating habitats and species. And the west coast of the United States seems to always be on fire, with whole communities being destroyed. But we don't get fires on that scale in Hong Kong though.
Correct, but we do get Hillfires. And Hillfire season just began with our first Hillfire last week above Diamond Hill.
Really? There was a Hillfire already?
Yup, I wanted to see some burnt land myself, so I went out to visit the site. Here's what I found. Here we are in Tishing Estate, where the first Hillfire of the season happened just 5 days ago. It happened at around 6 p.m. on the hillside opposite Ching Yi House. As you can see, we walked around here for quite a while, but we couldn't find it. We've asked everyone we saw, but still we couldn't find the fire site. It must be further up the hills. But we did get attacked by monkeys.
Whoa!
We give up. Now back to you.
You didn't find a burn site, but you got attacked by a monkey? Classic.
I know, right? One jumped right on me.
Here's the thing though. We all think that the fires in Australia or elsewhere are far away, so we don't worry about them. But actually, Hong Kong has been on fire in the past too.
That's right. Students may not know this, but there used to be fires all the time in the hills around Hong Kong.
These fires usually take place around Chongyuan Festival, when people go to the graves of their ancestors and light incense.
The fire department has a video just for that.
Every time you start a fire, the fire monster will be awakened. To stop it appearing, never burn away weeds. Burn joss sticks and paper in a metal bucket. Don't give any chances to the fire monster. Make sure all kindling is put out before leaving. Express filial piety safely. Prevent hillfires.
Very interesting. Beware the fire monster. In fact, the worst incident happened in the late 90s when 3 students and 2 teachers died in a hillfire on Fa Sin Len.
They were all from a school in Ma On Shan on a hiking trip when the fire swept up the hills.
They think the fire was started accidentally by one of the students playing with a lighter. Here are some of the survivors, scarred for life.
The 2 teachers died while saving the lives of the children. Others were trapped by a wall of fire before they were rescued by firefighters and helicopters.
One student was thought lost, but found the next day on a hillside.
That's crazy! On clear days, we can see those hills from Shatin.
One of the pavilions in the park commemorates the incident.
So we do need to be concerned, especially if we go hiking a lot.
I wonder what students know about fires in Hong Kong.
Let's ask.
Have you ever seen a fire in Hong Kong, in the city, or country park?
Yes, I saw a house fire in Sha Tin.
What did you do?
I see and I called the police.
You called the police?
Yes, I did.
Good job.
No, I've never seen fire in Hong Kong.
Yes, I have. One day I was going home and then there was a fire on the hill behind my house.
Did you call the fire department?
No, because I saw there were helicopters already doing their work.
Yeah, I saw a fire in the hills.
What did you do?
I quickly evacuated and called the police immediately.
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't. Do you know that Hill's fire season has begun?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I did. I saw the red fire warning last week.
No, I didn't know that.
No, I did not.
Yes, I did. Because the weather has become cooler and more dry.
Have you heard about the students and teachers who died in the Hill fire?
No, I didn't.
I've never heard about that.
I think I know which one you're talking about. They died on the hill, but behind my house.
You live near Basinang?
Yes, I live right next to it, like below it.
I heard about it. It sounds scary, but I don't really know about the details.
Nope.
No, I have no idea.
How do Hill fire start?
I think they smoke and put the stuff onto the ground.
How do you think the house fire started?
I think many people didn't close their gas.
I think people smoke and throw the cigarette on the ground.
I think they start because of natural causes, maybe lightning, I'm not sure.
No, I don't know how they start.
I think the fire started because it's too dry.
But what starts the fire?
Maybe someone who smoked.
I mean, it's because of human activities like having barbecue in the country park.
Are fires in nature ever good?
I think it's not good.
Fires are never good.
I don't know, you'll have to ask Miss Lee about that.
No, because it's burning trees and it's hurting the environment.
I think yes.
How is it good?
Maybe to burn the dead leaves.
No, I don't think so.
What should you do if you see a fire coming close to your estate?
I will call the police.
Like you did that one time, right?
Yes.
I will get some water and try to put it out.
You won't run away?
If it's small, I will try to put it out. But it's big, I'm gonna run away.
I think you should probably call the fire department and probably go somewhere where there isn't fire.
I would run as far away as I could.
I would run away as soon as possible.
I will leave the house and take everybody with me.
What should you do if you are hiking and see a fire?
I will look for water and go in it.
I will call the police.
But what will you do with your body? Will you run?
I will run away immediately.
I think that you should turn around and try to go back down.
Which direction should you go?
I think you should go back where you came from, like back down the hill.
But what if the fire is coming towards you?
Then you should go for the opposite way from the fire.
But then you're running in front of the fire.
Well, you can't run straight away from the fire. You'll have to run at a different direction.
I'm gonna bring my family together, call the police, and run. Just run.
Which way would you run? Down, up, or sideways?
Definitely down, because probably the fire started at the top.
I will call the police and tell them about that.
Would you keep hiking?
No, I definitely leave.
I will look which direction the fire is going and I'll go at the opposite side of it.
So a couple students have seen a fire, but most weren't aware Hillfire season has started.
But we all really should be, because hillfires can be super scary and significant in Hong Kong.
And even though the number of fires has declined recently, they get close all the time. Here's one super close to Tuen Mun warehouses, electricity stations, and even housing estates. These videos were taken from somebody's window.
And here are some helicopters that were called in to put out fires that lasted 2 days in Taipo a couple years ago.
That's what that girl student might have seen when she saw Hillfire behind her house.
As for if hillfires are ever good, actually they can be, for the natural environment. Take a look.
Fires are also important for the wider ecosystem as a whole. Without wildfires to rejuvenate trees, key forest species would disappear, and so would the many creatures that depend on them. And if a fire-dependent forest goes too long without burning, that raises the risk of a catastrophic blaze, which could destroy a forest completely, not to mention people's homes and lives. That's why forest rangers sometimes intentionally start controlled burns, to reduce fuels in order to keep the more dangerous wildfires at bay. They may be frightening and destructive forces of nature, but wildfires are also vital to the existence of healthy boreal forest ecosystems. By coming to terms with that, we can protect ourselves from their more damaging effects, while enabling the forests, like the legendary phoenix, to rise reborn from their own ashes.
So, fires help remove low-growing underbrush, clean the forest floor of debris, open it up to sunlight, and nourish the soil.
And many native plants are adapted to fire, and it helps in forest succession and competing with invasive species.
But fires are never good for people and in areas where lives might be threatened.
Very bad. Very, very bad.
Well, that's all for this episode of The Current.
Stay safe and don't play with fire.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
Smokey the Bear? Seriously?
See you next time.
Bye!